What's good, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and welcome to the first episode of Shellcore Command, a tactical retro combat game where you have to fight your way through the evil Shellcores, aka the Infected. And we are the Uninfected. Pretty much green versus red. Making my Shellcore real quick. As you can see, I also have two other slots where I pretty much completed the game, so I'm going to skip most of the dialogues since I don't want to be bothered on reading those ever again, you know? Sometimes I will, but not all the time. Just to not waste your time and everything, so yeah. Alright, the game just loaded. As you can see, the unknown speaker will eventually turn out to be somebody who is, well, a being that I can't specify yet. Also, this is Secret, the one that is above my shell core. He is currently escorting me to safety because, well, I am a newborn and I'm very fragile. As you can see, those striker drones have almost depleted my shields, or shell, and the core is basically your hull of the core. We have finally arrived. Alright. So, the first mission that you'll ever get to do in this game is install your first part to make your shell and core more stronger. In this case, it gave us a speed thrust, which boosts my speed temporarily for a bit. Now, we're gonna go to the field on the right. My bad for starting. To destroy some drones. Obviously, I'm going to destroy the striker drones that have appeared whenever I was getting escorted to safety or Haven 1. Oh boy. There we go. Just do drones. That was the first striker, this is the second one that I just destroyed. Sometimes there will be mini drones to try and attack me to lower my shell. So yeah. But the most dangerous for me right now are the striker drones. Also, in the trailer video, I don't know if you saw my two big shell cores. One of them was an artillery for both ground and air units, and the second one was basically a laser missile pulverizer only for air units. This one slot is particularly gonna be full of skill abilities or parts and drones. I'm going to make this very shell core a drone carrier. So, now, what I do here is just basically explore some sectors. Before doing my mission, I obviously go ahead and grab this laser turret to provide myself with some extra firepower. Always remember to get a turret if you ever play this game, because if you go by yourself, you will get yourself destroyed in just a matter of seconds. There we go, we just got ourselves a new part. This is gonna be a shell booster, or shield booster, as I call it in Starscape. There's also a shield repairer, which we'll get later on, so yeah. Now, we're gonna go ahead, get myself possibly a new part, actually. Should I just go to... Yeah, let's just go ahead and go to the spawning grounds. Now we will go ahead and meet a new shell core, which obviously is gonna be named Aristo. Spoilers ahead, if you don't want to listen, just pretend I didn't say anything. Also, as you can see, my my speed thruster helps me with mobility, and the shell boost repairs a bit of my shell so I don't get destroyed be at the core or the hull. I'm just a Starscape player, so that's why I mostly say shields and hull, because I'm just into that game. So yeah. Now we go ahead and get this core to safety, and yes, his name is Aristu. Sorry if I gave you a little bit of spoilers. But it is what it is. And now, we're gonna go ahead and go to get some parts, because this is not that strong, so yeah. Oh no. See, this is why I meant get a turret in the first place, but if you have a shield boost, you should be fine a bit. But I'm not really fine, as you can see, because the cooldown is gonna, well, get me destroyed. We also got a new part. That's gonna be a bullet weapon, which is very useful for the stations and anything else that's related to structures. There we go. Oh yeah, also don't forget that if you stack too many parts on your shell without anything that gives you speed, such as the passive parts that give you speed 1, 2, or 3, there's 3 tiers to everything. Weapons, spawns, I don't know. I mean, there technically are tiers because you can spawn mini drones, strike drones, torpedo drones for ground units, and heavy drones. I would say that strike drones... Actually, there is an attack drone that has the cannon turrets. I forgot how they're called. Later on, I'll probably show you how they're called. Or maybe... No, flak is definitely on the third episode. Never mind. As you can see, I got another shell boost. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage. And take it to the space yard. Also, if you get closer to the shipbuilder, you automatically scrap the damaged parts and repair yourself. Basically, it reconstructs your ship automatically as you approach it. Oh god, wait, let me fix that. There we go. So now I have 2 shell boosters and a bullet. Yes, I call it a bullet because that's how the turret is called. Jesus Christ, I'm starting too much on the first long play as well. I'm sorry. Well, I'm trying to get myself a second bullet part, so I don't just have 2 weapons, which is my Shellcore's weapon. There we go, we just got another one. Nice. So basically, I would have 2 bullets and the main weapon from the core of my ship. And I can also use symmetry mode to make it look a little more appealing in terms of aesthetics. And now I'm actually ready. So let's head to Haven 2. There's Sukrat. You can pretty much ask who he is and why we are here. And as you can see, a bunch of stuff that I already skipped, so I'm sorry if you wanted to read that. You can pause the video if you want to read the dialogue, but... well. So now, we are going down, because obviously there's gonna be drones. Time to move to the greener... You know, it's kinda funny. Time to move to the greener pastures. Unintended. Very drool. Man. I mean, at least that's sort of a pun we get from once in a while. Well, let's say that I'm pretty much the same speed as Sukrat. Just a teeny bit. Also, these guys. See, that is the reason why we didn't go for the middle. And Sukrat immediately goes downwards of the sector. As you can see, the bullets deal more damage to air stations and turrets. And it deals 400 damage if it's not directed to those kind of turrets and stations. So yeah. So here we are in Haven 2. I'm gonna talk to this guy. And we completed our mission. There's a lot to do in this fight. Yeah, I know, Secret. There's always a lot to do. So yeah. Now, before I go ahead, I want a little bit of speed, so let's buy 2 of these. Obviously, you can see that I don't have enough money, so I just sell the part that it's given to me, which is the Shell Max. Oh yeah, as you can see, the turret that I mentioned before, which is the one that I always... Yeah, it's the cannon. So I did call it right. Anyway. With symmetry mode, you can see that I can actually rotate my part simultaneously without rotating them one by one. And it's actually very easy. Something that you couldn't do on the old style or generation of this game. Like, you had to manually rotate and place parts one by one on the old version of the game. And this fan-made version makes things much easier. And now I'm a little speedy, which is good. So pretty much what I have to do is firstly capture the stations. I'm lacking power, so I just destroy some drones, because sometimes if you destroy an enemy or a drone, you can actually get yourself some power cells. And once I get 100, I go ahead and get a collector turret, which will automatically collect the power orbs for me. And it adds to the total counter of power. These counter drones rushing down to try and overtake the station and the Shellcore base of the infected. So before the drones of that enemy career spawn, I'm gonna try and get some power if those power orbs would spawn a little faster, obviously. And then we go ahead and get a siege turret. Siege turrets will siege stations, turrets, and obviously the careers, which is what the siege turret is doing. It's currently shooting the drones are currently getting blasted there. Well, Shellcores away into oblivion. This is very much a slow wait, so yeah. But if you have more power, you're guaranteed to take this enemy career down faster than. The red bar is the shell or the shields. For us, it's green. And the gray bar on the bottom is the core. So if you hit the core, they'll die eventually. Oh, and also, as soon as their shell is fully depleted, it will try to regenerate, yes, but if you get constantly hit, ship, career, whatever it is, their part will slowly turn gray, and once it takes one more bit of damage, it gets taken off. And there we go, we just won our first battle. Now we just gotta go back. There we go. Yep. Now, if we do this mission, which is a siege zone mission, we should be able to get our first spawner, but it's not a very good spawner since mini drones are just meh. So let's go there. I'm a little bit slower. Jeez. 4 waves. We have to defend ourselves and not die in this area, because if we die, we have to start all over again. My strategy pretty much is destroy the enemy drones that come over, get as much power cells to get myself the collector turrets, and defend the collector turrets as I get some power to build more turrets. So I'll put this a little bit upwards in the station, so it doesn't get targeted easily. There we go. These drones are dead. Get another power collector. Nice. More power as I destroy those drones. That's very nice. And currently wave 2. Now the enemies are gonna get much more in terms of numbers and more stronger. But at the time I will get my first missile turret. Missile turrets are very good because they deal insane amounts of damage. And if they are stacked, you can even take down a very small Shellcore of my size. Just one volley of missiles. Oh boy. Just defending 2 stations at the same time when there's Shellcores coming towards me is just kinda bad a bit. Because I don't have enough firepower, nor do I have enough power to build more, so I have to adequate myself to the situation. Just a little bit. Also, why the hell do some enemies spawn at very slow times? Jeez. Well, technically I should be fine. Oh my god, and they destroyed 1 missile turret. Not looking good, so I gotta transfer this one. And that just fired. The cooldown messes up the turrets. Also, you can see that heavy drone was trying to destroy the laser turret. Yeah, that just destroyed one of my missile turrets. And the collector too, dang it. Well, I hope that's almost all the enemies. Because, Jesus Christ, oh god, my shell literally went to 0. Not good news. There we go. And on the first cutscene, we'll meet the first infected Shellcore that can communicate with us. Dio. That's his name. You've destroyed my entire defense squadron, yada yada. And then we discover that we can communicate with each other. I wish I could actually 1v1 him, but reinforcements arrive. What is this trickery? You've brought allies with you, coward! Somehow, even if I choose this third option, they will still see that I communicated with him, and you can also see that Dio dropped the parts, aka the speed thrust with a laser turret on it. Something that Dio rarely does every time you kill him on the siege zone, after the siege is done. But I guess that's a little nice bonus on this slot, so I'll take it. Like, actually, I'll take it. I don't mind me some extra bonuses. Let's go ahead and carry this part over to the trader. Yeah, you can also bring parts to the trader and it will automatically store it for you. Just like the shipyard does. There we go. Looks a little bit funky, but it'll do. So now, the uninfected knows that I communicated with that infected Shellcore. His name is Dio. Now we're gonna go to Battle Zone Gamma. I was about to say Shellcore Gamma for some reason, but no. So here you are introduced to party members. Secret will basically follow you. If you hold Alt, a wheel of commands will appear and you can choose whatever your allies will do for you. They can follow you, they can attack enemies, collect power, make turrets, pretty much almost everything on the sword. So yeah, now we're going to Battle Zone Gamma, where we will meet Dio and another Shellcore evolve, because they're both battle buddies, companions between missions. Or so I thought. Eventually you'll know why, because why I said this. But no spoilers ahead. Unless you're one of those guys who played Shellcore Command, the fan-made version, and actually completed the story, then please don't spoil what's gonna happen next. Thank you very much in advance if you don't do so. Reconstructing my ship. I kinda want more speed, so let me buy 2 more thrusters. I'm just gonna try to put them sideways like this. Kinda looks like a satellite antenna, if you think about it. There we go. Now I'm much more speedier. That's nice. Now I'm actually ready to fight. You gotta avoid these enemies because sometimes they can be very bothersome. Specifically when you're trying to get to the battlefield unscathed. To be on your top-notch performance with your Shellcore. I can also toggle the ability to spawn drones, but it's gonna consume quite a bunch of energy. Specifically when you're in the middle of a fight. Unless you have energy regeneration, which is very good. And the power orbs also provide energy. Core if your core is damaged, and shell. Oh boy, and we have to get some stuff. We also gotta prioritize on capturing stations, so... Oh boy, there's Dio right there. Let me take him out. So basically the objective of every battle zone... Jesus Christ, there's Pytha. The objective is to basically capture as many stations as possible, defend your career, or uninfected career, however you call it, which is basically where you spawn if you die. And let me just disable those drones because they eat a ton of energy whenever I fire. So pretty much, what you want to do is capture as many stations as possible because, as you can see, if either a station is lost or is captured, you can either gain or lose 3 maximum units that you can have on your side. So what I'm trying to do is capture most of the stations, specifically the ones that have power cells or power fields to get power orbs. Then get to forward the most station that is near the enemy career, at least in this battle zone, and spam as many turrets as possible to take out the enemy spawn point. So right now, I'm just going to capture this one, because this is the one that's most important, and obviously either Dio or Pytha is going to capture that. So I'm going to have to defend this, and I gotta spend... There we go. Just took out whoever that was. There's Pytha. So the previous one was Dio. Now Dio's coming back. Yep. There we go. Sometimes they can destroy your turrets, which is why I kinda hate it. They will target the turrets directly instead of you, so you have to sit forward in front of your turrets to defend them. There we go. I'm just gaining more power. Oh, hello, Dio. Bye, Dio. Now, I gotta rush for the station as soon as possible. There we go. 1, 2, 3 missile turrets. And 4 with that one that I just carried over here. So now it should be able to at least defend the station a little bit properly. I'm gonna move them a little forward. Get a 5th. Sometimes it's all about patience. Getting as much power to gain more turrets and everything else like that, so yeah. Then again, hello Dio. See what I mean by turret stacking? Especially, dang, starting is not fun. Anyways. Turret stacking is mostly very efficient, because it takes out the enemy in one shot, as you can see, but it's also a little bit disadvantages, which is why I need laser turrets instead. So now I'm gonna move the turrets over here, because this is the most nearest station near the enemy spawn. There we go. So now we're gonna wait, aka playing the waiting game for more power. Because I also need to get some laser turrets or defense turrets. I call them laser turrets because they fire lasers. And plus, if the missile turrets are on cooldown, the laser turrets can actually make the job easier for the missile turrets. So yeah. Oh, unit limit reached. Seems like mostly Pytha, because I'm killing Dio over here so much. Oh, there's Pytha. So, they probably captured most of the stations. I'm gonna let Sukret capture them back. While I defend this forwardmost station, I'll also capture this one, since I have enough turrets, get a harvester. Yeah, stacking turrets is pretty much the most effective strategy, at least at the very beginning. Because later on, whenever you get to the capital, it's gonna be mostly ground units too, aside from air units. So at the beginning, it's just air spam, and knowing what to do. Well, if Dio and Pytha were real players, I'm sure they would swear a shit ton of times. Although if they were clever enough, they would just go for another station. Capture it and then get some siege turrets. Then again. So now I'm waiting to get more power. Then I'll move these turrets. Hoping they don't destroy them, because if they destroy them, it's kinda over. And I have to reorganize this process over and over again. Nice. And the other one dies that beams. Amazing. Gotta stack more though. Because this won't be enough. More missiles. There we go. Now, I'll carry them a little more over to the corner. Why did Pytha just go back? And there goes Dio. Pytha, Dio. It's just gonna be an insane death loop for them. While I replace these turrets. Actually, relocate, not replace. Relocate. There we go. Now, we go ahead and get 4 siege turrets. to take out the enemy spawn. There we go. Now, it's all about the waiting game until the stations are taken out. If you're playing this game, consider taking this strategy into account because it's actually gonna make your life a little more easier. And there we go, we just won. Very nice, I should say. Now, we're gonna go back to the Haven 2. Secret, follow me. Man, at times I wish you could actually customize your own comrades. But anyways, skip forward a little bit till we get to the capital. And there we are. Also, sorry if I said capital. It's just that I've literally got my mind forward into the mid-game. But there we go, we just completed the battle zone. So now, after completing this battle zone, we have to head for Haven 3, which is the final stop before we move on to the capital. I don't think I have anything to customize my ship with. I'm gonna go through Battle Zone Alpha, just because it's actually easier. Also, always make sure that your teammates are following you, because they will automatically go for the attacking setup or command. So keep that in mind. Oh Jesus, and I spawned right in the middle of a heavy drone. There's another. Actually no, those are not heavy drones. They are Shellcores pretending to be heavy drones. Oh well. Gotta be careful. See, this is why I love shell boosts at the very beginning of the game. Oh my god, just let me be, I wanna pick up that part, please. As I was saying, shell boosts are actually very nice at the very beginning, until you get the shell repairers, or I kinda forgot if it's the same. But anyways, we arrived at Haven 3, got that part stored. Oh. Apparently, the bullet parts I have more shell and core. So I'm just gonna keep the ones I already have. Also, this guy, I don't know how he has a shiny part, nor have I ever seen a shiny part. I wish I could somehow get one of them, but I'm not sure if I'll ever see one. Anyways. Time for our next mission. Trial by combat is finally completed. Now, I don't know what happens if you choose no, but I'm not gonna risk it. Also, if you complete this, you can actually get an upgraded version of the speed thrust. It's gonna be level 2. Which is actually good. And in order to get that part, we have to communicate with 3 scouts scattered over 3 dark sectors. We'll call these dark background sectors dark sectors, because I don't know how to call them. So, oh jeez. Danger zone. Danger zones are very bad unless you know what you're doing. Also, I gotta be careful. Sick right over there trying to fight for his life. As far as I can see, 2 striker drones after me, but I'm faster. Oh, hello, Super. Welcome back. Oh, 2 missions. Yeah, I have to do Scourge of Secrecy because if I choose the other option, They're not gonna give me the... Oh god. Little bit of lag, but that's fine. So, if I ask him... Actually, never mind. I think. Yeah. See, if I try to talk to him about the mission that he asked for me, I have to complete the Scourge of Secrecy in order to continue. Or else it's not gonna allow me to talk with him further. Oh my god, secret, please. Jesus Christ. Aside from speed, he needs some shell boosters or something. Secret is just specialized in speed as a Shellcore, especially in the end game, when you're close to beating the full game. Man, if only Aristu didn't do something so unexpected. Also, there's shard deposits. Quite interesting to see them in the early game. Also, we're 37 minutes into recording, and I feel there's gonna be probably more. But if there's parts that need to be skipped or cut off, I will just do a little transition as usual. Pretty much I'm trying to literally make this video as little short as possible. Like, I don't want it to make like a whole hour, at least I hope. But if there's some parts that need to be skipped, I will actually do that. So, yeah. Oh god. Dude, as much as I love the missile parts, where you can actually shoot some missiles, I would love to have them, but on this slot, I'm gonna be a drone maniac, or a drone career. More like maniac, because I will probably rely on just drones. Maybe a little bit of guns, but I will definitely need a hell ton of energy regen, because it's probably gonna consume a bunch of it. So yeah. Have to drink some water because my throat was getting a little sore. Right. We need to continue to the next battle zone, which is right next to the haven. But first, I want to upgrade my stuff a little bit. So let's take off the Speed Trust Tier 1, and I'm going to install the Tier 2. There we go. Cover it up, and the parts, and reconstruct. There we go. Now we're ready for battle. Oh, and sometimes the skills will actually switch places. In this battle zone, well, it's very much the same strategy as the first battle zone. I mean, not first battle zone, but like the first real battle zone where you'll meet Dio and Paifa. It's just a spam of turrets. These guys are just random dudes who don't have a name and will eventually get dismantled by getting destroyed by me and Sukrat. So yeah, unfortunately these guys don't have any names nor are related to the main storyline, except for this battle zone. And then, once the enemy career spawner is destroyed, they won't be appearing ever again. So, yeah. Pretty sad, I would say. But that's just about it, so yeah. Also, if I feel like I have to speed over some parts, I will definitely do so. just to shorten the video a bit, and yeah. I don't want to drain all of your time, guys, so please don't flame me for making my first long play video of this channel. That would be much appreciated. Well, if only I had, like, more energy regeneration. Jesus. The infected soldiers really are persistent, I must say. Especially when I have a little bit of a design for my ship to actually destroy them. Oh god. My shell or shield is actually very low. Super, yeah, please take care of that. Gotta regenerate myself. These guys are being annoying. Like, really annoying. Get the hell out of my face, please. Yeah, the energy regeneration is not the best. I gotta upgrade my Shellcore later. I gotta get more energy or else I'm not gonna be able to do much myself, so... And to consider that I also need to urgently upgrade the energy regeneration and max energy, because if I do not do that, well, firstly, I will die a ton. Because having an energy advantage over the others is actually what's gonna keep you up in battle. Because energy is the most valuable thing. It allows you to regenerate your shell, generate minions, actually spawn minions, my bad. So why did I bring a siege turret over here? What the heck? But as I was saying, energy, pretty much, it's used for anything. Weapons, spawns, abilities. And if you have a very high regeneration of energy along with a higher capacity of energy, you'll mostly win in every single battle zone. So keep that in mind. More energy equals an assured victory. Most likely. These guys really love capturing stations whenever I try to organize myself. Jeez. They need to learn how to sit. Jesus. And that guy's going over my station. My turrets are gonna take care of him. I gotta defend the station too. But I don't have much power. These counter drones are the laser type drones, which are a little stronger than striker drones and everything else. So yeah. At times the missile turrets are a little bit wacky, simply because whenever they fire and their bullet doesn't land, it'll just follow until the enemy comes over to the bullet, or towards you. And I just destroyed all of my turrets. Oh my goodness, that is annoying. That is really annoying. Specifically when I'm trying to progress. I mean, I think this battle may take a little longer, so I may do a little time lapse here. Depending if I can manage to actually rush for that station that's near the enemy spawner. But I don't think so. Yeah, I may actually do a little time lapse. Well, I think I may actually do a little time-lapse until I actually manage to seize an opportunity to siege the enemy spawner, so Time lapse begin now. Oh my god, I got destroyed. Oh hey, sick rat. Why are you too slow? Yeah, there you go. We gotta rush. Come on, bro. Let's do this. We actually almost got it. Oh my god. Come on. We almost got this. Secret is out actually managing to distract everything else. Oh my god, my shell. Oh god. Not in a good position. We almost got it though. Oh god. Oh god, I'm actually about to die. There we go. Finally! That sure took a while. Holy hell, I'm sorry if this took so long, but these guys are actually quite tough and persistent. AKA very annoying if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, yeah, I did play that battle zone, but, well, too much for my brain to remember at times, so yeah. My brain is already in the late game, end game section of Shellcore Command, so yeah. Anyways, next mission. Battle class Shellcore. So we gotta head to this sector. Yeah, we gotta head over there. Because they say that a big dude was spotted over there. But meanwhile, I gotta reconfigure my shell. Let's get these bullets out. I don't like bullet turrets. Not as much, because they're quite annoying. Specifically when they don't hit their target all the time. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna get 2 beams instead. Or lasers. I mean, mostly beams because they fire out a beam. Then put the spawner on top. Just like the previous design that I had. And there we go. Looks good enough. I mean, obviously this is not going to be the final design, so keep in mind that the drone spawner that I have for the mini drone is not final. Because I have other plans in mind. Then obviously I'm gonna take a look at what I want to sell. Oh yeah, there's the energy regen. I'm gonna put 2 of them on the side to protect my core and some parts within the design. Reconstruct, and I also sold that speed thruster level 1 because we barely need it. Alright. We're looking good so far. Just a little bit slower, but I should be fine. Yeah, I don't think I need anything else. So now I have a little more energy regen. I can actually spawn in some mini drones. No problem. But obviously they're gonna get destroyed because they're very fragile. Obviously we gotta look for the big boy. The big boy. Oh god, there he is. Oh my god, he already destroyed a bit of my shit. So basically your strategy to bait this dude, right, is basically getting away, then try to get as far as possible before he kills you, while waiting for Sukrat to respawn because he will die tons and tons of times. My god, these guys with the missiles are so annoying. Oh god, I think I'm screwed. I think I'm screwed. Oh, that dude! Come on! Come on! Oh my god, that guy just died. Well, I'm screwed. I'm screwed. There's nothing else I can do. There's nothing else I can do. I'm screwed. Yep, there we go. I just died. Well, we gotta try that again. Oh, boy. That sure is a little bit of... Well, I'm not gonna say any further words. Alright. Well, we gotta find him again. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be at the same spot where I saw him. Gotta take out some guards because they are annoying as hell. And sometimes if I pause the game, sometimes it's because the keys don't work at all, because if I click resume with my mouse cursor, it won't work. There's the Scourge. He can also spawn mini drones, which is a little bit problematic. Oh my god. I'm so glad I have these oh my god, I'm dead again, ain't I? Yeah, I'm dead. There's actually no way oh god, no way. Dude, no way. What? Bruh. Okay, just as soon as I was about to die, I actually get that green Shellcore and Sucre to kill it. That is crazy. That is crazy. But if I were to kill another, I would be slow as hell. Thank god there's the shipyard that repairs me whenever I get close to it. So yeah, that's actually very good. Anyway, next mission. Severe issues. Oh yeah. We have to go to another battle zone before we move on. And I also get a striker drone, which is a very good upgrade before the mini drone. And obviously after I accept this mission, there's gonna be a cutscene where Sukrat is going to upgrade himself with some new parts. Obviously it's gonna focus for speed, just wait for it, just wait for it. Just wait for it. There he is. He has that speed trust that I installed on the back of my core. Yeah, he has 3 speed boosts, which is crazy. Oh god, why did I just do that? Well, let me see if I can actually... Actually, I would love beams. Oh, yep. Too many passives. I can only have 6. I mean, of course you can upgrade the passives later on. But not right now. I will show you eventually whenever the episode is gonna be up. I could put bullet turrets, but... Actually, yeah, why not? There we go. I look like a mini little battleship from Star Wars or something like that. It's actually quite nice. And I'm gonna remove that, because I don't want it. And reconstruct. There we go. Mini drones are a little pain to spawn. Especially when I don't have that much of energy regen, but as you can see, it regenerated a little bit faster than... Oh god. Ah, this is why I hate missile parts with passion, dude. They deal a hell ton of damage to you, but you can also deal a hell ton of damage back to enemies, if you have those. But I gotta remember, this slot is gonna be for drones. I mean, maybe a little bit of weaponry, and I just lost that speed thruster. God damn these infected dudes. Oh, God. Well. Just yawning a little bit, sorry guys. Anyway. Oh, hello there. Oh my god, I really have to complete the mission. Oh god. I hate at times when I can't advance in other missions. And here we are in Battle Zone Epsilon. Dio's probably gonna Dio's complaining about... Damn it! How are they pushing us back? That's how he literally goes whenever we enter the battle zone. Also, I fear this may be a little longer of a battle where I have to do a time lapse. There's Paya and Dio at the same time. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, okay. There we go. Took care of Dio. Since Paifa went away. Give me that. Oh my god. So this battle is about capturing as many outposts as possible. Possibly the ones that have the power cells or power pools, I don't know how to call them. So please don't blame me if you're actually a Shellcore remastered player. That would be very nice. I just forgot how they're called, okay? But I do remember that the orbs they spew out are called power orbs. So yeah. So let's try and make a siege or like a siege station over here. Also that spawner career hurts with their missiles, so never get close. Ever. Ever. Oh my god, and they rush for this. I think I need to make my little siege station elsewhere, because that's gonna be inconvenient, since drones will pass by and the rockets won't focus on the missile turrets won't focus on Dio and Paifa. Anyway. Gotta get my harvesters back because they destroyed them completely. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna make my siege station here. Yeah, see how they're coming immediately over to this station. Or outpost, sorry. Starscape and Shellcore Command mixed their terminology be like. So now I gotta stack the turrets. Hi-Fi is the most annoying because he has the blaster turrets, or, you know, the little laser turrets where he fires a burst of 4 lasers. The ones I have are the beams. And Paifa has early access to the laser turrets, which is kinda annoying, but... well, it is what it is. So, I'm gonna stack turrets upon turrets again and again. Obviously I could try and capture these stations, but I doubt they would leave these ones alone. So I'm gonna get more missile turrets. If they destroy this station again, I'm actually gonna do another time lapse. There's Paifa, he's dead. Paifa again and Dio. Oh my god. Oh my god, and they destroyed another turret. And there's Paifa again! Dang it. Well, time lapse begin. Here we go. Alright, this seems like a fair point to stop the time lapse. As you can see, the missile turrets actually go over the target, even if the target doesn't get close, and it's quite annoying because that's quite the counter. But I've developed another strategy, aka the beam turrets. Because beam turrets are actually very nice to counter. Aka counter these guys with. Now I'm also gonna drag the missile turrets, not stations, sorry. The missile turrets over here, so in case there's drones or anything, they just focus on the incoming shellcores, aka Dio and Python. There we go. Yeah, that seems more reasonable. Oh god. The problem is that these guys actually managed to capture the station and destroy some of my turrets, which is a bit annoying, for sure. You know what? Oh my god. See, this is why I immediately did another time-lapse. Because they annoyingly spawn within 3 seconds and actually manage to get over here within 2 seconds. That is actually annoying. Oh god. Oh god. Jesus. That missile turret, sorry. I should be at least able to siege their career spawner. My god, they're so annoying. They're so annoying in this battle zone, I'm telling you. There we go. Spawn more. I'm gonna spam the hell out. I gotta spam the hell out of missile turrets. And spam the hell out of beam turrets over here. Well, we can actually manage to siege, I think. Yeah, let me grab some siege turrets. Just gonna make sure I gotta be in the front of them, so Pytha and Dio don't immediately destroy them. Oh my god. Oh boy, here they come. Oh god. Oh god. They destroyed mostly of my ship. I mean, Shellcore, sorry. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be a little hard. This is gonna be a little hard to actually do. Look at all these turrets whenever they try to siege this station back. That is actually funny. It's gonna take a while. Yep, I just need to get a little closer and let my bullet and main gun, my shell core, deal with the rest. There we go. Oh, counter drone. So I'm gonna have to siege them from behind. Oh god. Hello, Dio. And you just destroyed my siege turret, of course. I'll get another one. Oh my god, Secret is actually very close to the spawn station. That's actually crazy. Let me actually help him. Come on. Come on. There we go. Enemy spawner is out. We got this. There we go. Just have to do another time lapse because that was annoying as hell to watch. Especially if it wasn't slowed down, so yeah. And we completed this battle zone too, so we should be fine. And now I have to go back with some parts of myself missing. Oh boy. This surely is gonna take some time to get back. Follow me, Secret. Oh my god, not these guys. Not when I'm damaged very badly like that. Oh my god, I'm not- oh god! Oh, Jesus, I hate missiles, dude. I hate missiles with a passion. Gosh. Come on, just get there, please. I just want to get to Haven Tree so I can prepare myself. I mean, Socrates is mostly damaged than I am, but oh well. There we go. Finally. Hey you! Give me the strike drone spawner. Give me the strike drone. There we go. Well, so we have to scout that sector. Okay. Oh, let's go there. Yeah, that one over there, that's where I need to go. I'm just taking a look at the dialogue and everything. Don't mind me. Yeah, over there. Sometimes I'm very confused when I don't have unexplored sectors, but it is what it is. Mini drones really spawn behind me and just to get obliterated. That's crazy. Oh yeah, there's the scout over there. And watch what happens. Whoa, I got pulled. Oh no. What am I gonna do? Interesting. My comrades were right. That you can read my transmissions, unlike the rest of your crew. Maybe you can be of use to us in the future. I will watch you closely. Why would I be of use to you? You will know when the time is right. I will contact you at a more appropriate time. Give me some answers, and there he goes, like a little dumb. Obviously. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, and if you also made it to the very end of this video, congratulations, and thank you very much for watching until the end. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this first episode of the long play. I will see you all in the next episode of Shellcore Command. This is Arctic, signing out.